Meet Taurus, Taurus sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all Taurus starting today, the 17th of January, 2025. This is Ariel, and today I'm reading with the Golden Tarot of Marseille, and I've already purified with a Van. This happens to be Verbena by Monotheme, and you can find links to purchase these products in the video description of this video right here on YouTube. Let's see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Taurus. Starting with the Hanged Man. That little dude likes to pop up a lot lately. The Hermit, nice. And the Page of Wands, good. Well, for you, I don't mind the Hanged Man showing up, Taurus, because it's something you're not doing anymore, or at least you're trying not to do. You're trying not to see the world upside down. You're trying not to see yourself as being victimized. You are learning how to say no. You are learning how to put your foot down. You're doing all of those wonderful things. And you are saying, I'm willing to see things differently. I'm not willing to just put up with the world as I see it. I'm willing to see it differently. And the more you do that, the better. And the more you ask for help with that, the better. And this Hermit card is the voice of wisdom that lives in you. And it's so different than the voice of our day-to-day ego mind, what we're used to, that it seems like a separate entity. And so sometimes it's helpful to treat it like another entity, like you're sitting there with Merlin or something. You're sitting there with whoever, whatever image of a spirit guide or teacher would be for you. But in truth, it's actually the higher part of your own mind that lives outside of all of the day-to-day nonsense of our ego. And so it's there at all times, full time. And if you have ears to hear and you're willing to listen, it can always give you the absolute best advice on what to do in any situation at any moment of time or point of space. You just have to be willing to listen. And you also have to be willing not to come up with your own ideas, which is what this is all about. When it's just as it is here, just the Hanged Man, the tendency is, I know what's happening and it's horrible. I know what's happening and it's horrible, and I can't do anything about it. I'm powerless. And when you stop listening to that voice and you listen to this voice instead, this voice shows you how to see it in a different way. You're not powerless. You're not being victimized. You do have all the power, and I'm going to show you how to use it. And I'm going to show you how to put your foot down. I'm going to show you how to unbind your hands, and I'm going to show you how to be free. And we're doing it now. And it seems, like I said, it seems to me that this is already happening for many of you. It's not like a new thing. If it is a new thing, welcome. Welcome to the world of unbinding yourself from the tree and listening to your inner guide. But like I said, for most of you, you're already well into this process, so good for you. Now, what's happening is as you are freed from that, and that becomes a very distant memory, and you get used to living moment to moment to moment, listening to that inner guidance rather than the voice of your nagging ego, you then start to recognize new opportunities in your work. Some of you might have brand new jobs available, or brand new businesses opening up, or secondary sources of income, or tertiary sources of income, and things like that. And some of you, it's not money making at all. For some of you, it's a new hobby, or a new avocation, or some new volunteer work, or something like that. But it's new. And it signals not only new, but it's new to you. So there will be some learning that you get to do. And that's wonderful. It's not the same old anymore. There's all new paths and new vistas opening up for you, where you get to learn all kinds of new skills and new information and new ways to operate. And so that's beautiful. And it's going to manifest so differently for everybody. So I'm not going to say it's necessarily a new enterprise, because it could be the same old enterprise that you've always been in, but you're looking at a new aspect of it. There's all kinds of ways that this can manifest for you. But you are going to be opening yourself up to a lot of new information and a lot of learning. and it's going to be fabulous. But you can't do that while you're hanging on a tree. So I'm just going to keep this turned right side up just to remind you. Put your foot down, say no. Listen to the inner guidance for yourself. Okay, now we've got beautiful. This is all what's going on, isn't it? This strength card followed by this beautiful, oh my gosh, this Wheel of Fortune, good for you. And a 3 of Wands. So it's just, you're headed into such good times, which this Hanged Man is going to say, that's impossible. The world is not going to be able to support anything good for me. And so you just have to allow yourself to use this strength card here, this energy of the strength card, to not just shut that down, but to talk to it and just say, look, because that's not necessarily the voice of your ego, but your ego uses it. So that what happened to you is that what happened to the rest of us. When you were a child, you came up with all kinds of coping mechanisms to keep you safe in very childish, wonderful, creative ways. And then you forgot you did that. And as you got older and you didn't think about those things anymore, they stayed active. And some of those schemes and some of those tools, some of those mechanisms are not now healthy for you, but you don't recognize that they're there. You don't know they're there because you forgot all about them. You didn't even look at them. So the ego does use those things, use those old programs to keep you down. But it can't use those things if you go and talk to them and transform them. And that's what the strength card is all about, is instead of getting mad about things, about yourself, you look at it and you say, that's part of a scared child made that up. So that's that whatever that is, whatever this beast is that I'm trying to tame, it's not bad. It's just uninformed. It's just ill-programmed. It's ill-trained. And it's up to me to retrain it. And the way you do that is through kindness, compassion, and gentleness. That's how you train this wild beast within you. And you go, and there may be several. And you just take them one at a time, and you just say, what are you trying to do? How are you trying to help me? I'm sorry I haven't paid any attention to you, but I forgot all about you. What are you trying to help me with? And let it tell you what it's trying to help you with. And say, oh, well, that's wonderful. Thank you for doing that. Now, the way you're doing it is no longer how we work. We have new ways of doing things, and this is how we do things now. And you can work with your inner guide on this. I also have several meditations to help you with that process. One is based on the strength card itself. You can find all the tarot meditations by looking in the video description of this video for the link, and they're also on my website. They're all free. And then there's another in my regular meditations that you can find on my website called Facets of Change, I believe it's called. That's a real deep version of that same process. Or you can just do it by yourself, you and your guide. But finding those patterns, loving those patterns, and gently reprogramming those patterns. And then those patterns become very happy to help. And then things start to really open up for you. Now, this Wheel of Fortune is saying it's coming. Big, beautiful change is coming. And it's good change. It's expansive change. It's all kinds of stuff. All kinds of new manifestations are happening. And that's reinforced by this three of Wands, and also this Page of Wands. But if you're not staying centered, and if you're not doing this kind of work, if you're not listening to that inner guidance, and if you're not reprogramming some of those old thoughts, the change comes and it's volatile. And it's not pleasant, and it's not happy. Even though it's bringing you good things, you can't enjoy the good things because it's so volatile. So it's saying that you don't have to have it be volatile. Look at this guy sitting on top there, or this gal, whatever this is, this creature sitting on top there. Not at all bothered by the volatility. Spin away. It says spin faster, because the faster this wheel spins, the better everything is for you. But if you're hanging on to all of the particulars, the ins and outs of your life, these creatures are not having a good time, the ones on the perimeter of the wheel. So as that wheel spins, they get flung, it's just not happy. So you want to be the one on top. And then you do that by doing some sort of daily relaxation and meditation, focusing your mind, focusing your body. Nothing complicated. You don't have to learn any, complex occult theories. You just relax your body and your mind. A good tool, if you don't have a meditational practice, is what I call the Magic Minute. And you can just go on to YouTube and search Gatoga Magic Minute. And you will find that exercise. It takes you no time at all to learn it. And just use it little by a little bit every day and expand as you can, so that you can stay centered. And then the wheel can spin really fast and you can have all of that expansion. That is your birthright. So there are meditations for this Hanged Man card, for this Strength card, this Wheel of Fortune card, and this Hermit card. So you've got 4 meditations that you could listen to should you desire. If you want to just listen to one, just, go with whatever sounds interesting. But they're all available by following the link in the video description of this video. And they're all free. There's nothing. They're on YouTube. So Hanged Man, Strength, Wheel, and Hermit. And you're doing great, Taurus. You're doing very, very well. Expect a lot of expansion, a lot of new movement. It's beautiful. I want you to be prepared for that so that it's fun and fabulous for you and it doesn't catch you off guard. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I so appreciate you. We will see you in 2 weeks for another reading, Taurus. Until then, blessed be.